Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 7th grade band concert. And before round of applause. My favorite part of the 7th grade band concert is I remember back to last year when there were 6th graders. And I walked by Mr. Bull's room several times every single day. Hearing the growth from last year at this time to what you are about to hear tonight is a real treat. A couple of housekeeping items. I know there's lots of activities going on at the high school, and I ask that if concessions, drinks, popcorn, all of that stuff, please refrain from using that or having that inside the EAC. Also, we encourage you to take photos. As this is an important event and memory maker. But again, like I said, sit back and enjoy all of the growth of these amazing musicians. But we're missing one person that I want everybody to welcome to the stage, Mr. Bull.
Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Thank you for the flexibility and the weather adjustment. I know there's several students on stage who have to connect with coaches and shuffle some sports things around or let them know that they weren't going to be able to make it. So let me tell you and express my appreciation for making sure that these students are here so we can have our performance all together tonight. As Mr. Worzeka said, I'm Mr. Stephen Bull. This is my 8th year here in Chisago Lakes, and I'm really excited to present this 7th grade band to you guys tonight. We are here to celebrate growth. The 6th grade concert just happened, and we heard the beginnings of what the band journey is, and we heard their first few notes, and we heard how they grew over the last 3 months, and these students have done the same thing. We're doing it with slightly more complex music than the 6th graders did. We're pushing them in different ways, but it's just it's been really fun to challenge them and listen to them grow as they continue to gain skill, gain confidence, and play more music. Our first song up tonight is a song called Ants by Carol Britton Chambers, and it takes the familiar tune. You're going to hear kind of the ants go marching tune as we play through it, but she kind of presents it in kind of a louder and more boisterous way. So here is Ants. throughout the course of these students' careers here at the middle school, I hope to expose them to a wide variety of styles. We get music that tells a story. You can kind of hear a story in ants. We'll get music that's just kind of designed to be exciting and adventurous and create just like be loud and energetic. And we get music in historical styles like marches. So Adventure March is a piece by Chris Ferguson, and this was a piece that I heard this summer and thought, I'd really like to have one of my bands play that this year. So this band has worked hard. We worked on march style. We made separated, detached sounds, because if you think back to the early 1900s when we get John Philip Sousa writing a bunch of marches for the United States Marine Band, everything is crisp, everything is regimented, everything is exactly in its place. And that's the style that we're trying to get with our detached notes, with our dynamic interest, and all of the different stylistic pieces that we're trying to create with this. So here is Adventure March. Our next tune, Gingerbread Men on Parade, is meant to kind of invoke the idea of, I kind of hear the gingerbread men as they come fresh off the oven, marching off the pan, just moving around. You can think Shrek, and not to come drop buttons, and all that stuff. But it's a lighthearted piece. It's a fun piece. It's a simpler piece. Just something that we pulled together. We probably could have performed it after, I think, probably 2 or 3 weeks of working on it, but just something that was able to help us make a good sound, play together, and work on some skills of long notes, short notes, and some dynamics as the melody passes around the band. Here's Gingerbread Men on Parade. next piece, Brian of all majors, wrote a little poem to help us set the mood for our tune, Creepy Crawly Creatures. Halloween concert isn't really something that's in our cards, just timing-wise, seeing the kids every other day, but this kind of was a fun piece to work on, something that created a spooky mood, but just something that was light and entertaining. Creepy crawly creatures, often out of sight, snoozing all throughout the day and partying all night. Misunderstood, mistreated friends, missing all the fun, hiding often scared of us, yet we are the ones who run. I wonder if the hairy ones are soft enough to snuggle. Maybe we could try instead to creepy crawly cuddle. Not for you, no worries here. Prefer a dog, then have no fear. A cat, a bird, is there no end to animals we recommend? Yet I prefer to break the trend while others may not comprehend, for I courageously defend my little creepy crawly friend. you all can come, but they're going to put their stuff away. Some people snap your pictures. They look real great tonight. It's better than the sweatpants and sweatshirts we're usually wearing in school. But yeah, thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting these students on their journey as they grow, supporting them, encouraging them to play their instruments at home, and continuing to let them be here. I enjoy working with them, and I'm excited to see what we'll be able to do in the spring. Have a good rest of the night.